All right, to get started, we're going to go to the projects area, click on new. We can do a cover or a liner. We're going to do cover. Give it a title here, and then just press OK. That'll take us into the project. First, we can do project information. This allows you to put in a name and address or some notes. You can enter anything you want here. I'll just put the address real quick. Next, we're going to go to Setup and Targets. Because this is a cover project, it'll give us this option of replacement cover with anchors. We can leave that checked or unchecked. We need to make sure that the AB line does not cross any part of the pool. Check that. And the next thing we're going to do is our box. So we need to make sure we have the right device. If you have multiple devices, you can change that. Just make sure you have the correct device selected for your project. Capture the AB setup. So the first thing we're going to do is place our buckets. Again, this isn't different than any other AB process. We should put them about 2/3 the distance of the pool, or really no less than maybe 15 feet. So you don't really need to measure this. Just set them out there. Once you put them out there, we're going to draw circles and crosses around each bucket to note where they're placed. Okay, so just take your chalk and draw it around it. Once you draw your circle, then you want to put a cross down the middle. We're going to use that here on the next step. This allows us to get the center of that circle. And by doing it this way, we can always replace the buckets very easily. So the next thing we want to do is make sure you mark your A's and your B's. That way we don't get confused as we go through this process. And then you'll take a manual tape measure and you'll measure the actual distance between these. Again, we don't really care. So we just start by placing them, but we're going to ultimately measure this down to probably about the 1/4 inch. Okay. So take your tape measure, lay it out across your X's, and you're going to enter that in here in this field called AB measured. So that's easy enough. Once you put that distance in inches, press OK. The next thing we want to do is target diameter. Our buckets are 10.5 inches. So we'll enter that. Put our bucket back on the A location. And then we're going to start to worry about capturing the AB with the Trigonon. Okay, so we'll press AB capture. Before we hit OK, you're going to set the device at the B location, point it at the A location, press OK. The laser will come on. You will hover it across the bucket and you will take that measurement and that will be recorded. If you have an error here, you need to go back and check everything. It should come out fine. Once we've measured it, you cannot move these buckets again until we get to later features. So leave the buckets where they're at. And that's how you set up the ABs.